Here's a little up close look at the bee deck. As you can see, if you don't know, I'm running almost all 5-frame hives with the exception of some 2-frame, which are these guys right here. They use them for making splits for new queens. And this was an 8-frame that I had from a cutout that I'm going to split up soon. It has a virgin queen in it right now. She should be mated this week. So I want to give them a few weeks and then I'm going to split them up. And the same for this hive right behind me, which is a 5-frame, but it has 2 supers. And these bees are killing it. Doing a really, really nice job. This came from my friend Marty's house in Andalusia, PA. Right now we're headed into the dearth where the pollen and nectar sources are starting to dry up. So these bees may look nice and friendly, but they are absolutely ruthless when it comes to finding resources and taking them if need be. It's such a beautiful sight seeing all these bees in the air. Got a lot of bees on this deck. I just love it. Love being here. No pun intended. And they really don't have any worries about me. I mean, I'm not doing anything to bother them. If you remember some of the videos from a month or so ago, many of these bees would be coming in with pollen absolutely stuffed in their pollen sacs, and these bees have very, very little, if any. That's how we know when the resources are starting to dry up. I really wanted to take a minute and talk about beekeepers and people that are wanting to get into beekeeping. It's not a let's decide today to become a beekeeper kind of endeavor. It requires research. You really have to learn a lot about bees in order not to be frustrated when you're doing this and when you're working with them, because there's a lot of scenarios that happen. They're a complex society. They do a lot of different things that you don't always understand just being a new beekeeper. And even someone who's just did a lot of reading or watched a lot of videos, there's always new, always something new to learn. And this lady, I think, likes my beard oil. It's got some essential oils in it and it's a little sweet smelling. So the best thing I can do to recommend to anybody is to do research. Work with somebody, a local beekeeper, a friend. Go in their hives, pick them up, feel the weight of those frames. It's amazing to me, the weight of the frames. Never quite really get an idea of what that's like until you really do it. And once again, research, just tons of research. As you can see, I'm standing amongst literally probably 1 million bees without even batting an eye. And they're curious, they land on you, they want to know what's going on. Insects are very, very curious creatures. And insects like bees are very, very tuned into smell. So sometimes a shampoo or a skin lotion or something that you're wearing is very attractive to them and they want to investigate. Almost all the time, you can see these bees aren't attacking me, they're just being curious, checking me out. Most times when they land on you, if you put them back down next to the hive or on a frame, they just crawl right off. One of the other things about the bees and why they get close is the CO2. To them that kind of sometimes means danger, something, an animal is breathing into their hive. They don't like that. So we've got a good amount of information that you got to get under your belt, and as soon as you think you know a little, you'll find out you really know nothing. And that's one of the great things about beekeeping, is there's tons of help out there, a lot of great people doing it, and more than willing to help you out. I like to try to make sure I let people know that this isn't one of those things you walk right into. There's so many questions to ask and get answers to before you can even begin to really be prepared for this. For me, it was almost 2 full years.